Hello everyone, welcome to today's tutorial. We are going to work on petite fascinator, and these are our items. We have our cinnamon, it's in the bias form, and then we also have our millinery wire, it's the metal one. Next we have our tape measure, our clip, our scissors. We also have the glue gun and our marching thread and needle. We also have our marker. We'll be using the marker for marking out our circle or anything that will mark. And then we also have our plier, and then our sellotape, a paper type. Let's get started. I'm going to use pieces of my cinnamon and then my cerelac cover as my mold. So I'm using 3 layers, okay? And then I'm going to mark out that circular shape with the help of my cover. And then with my marker, I'm going to mark it all around. Do not make it so deep because it could stain your work. You can either use chalk or a marker or a pen, anything. So afterwards, I'm pinning my pieces together so I get the shape on all of them. Afterwards, I will cut it. After cutting, I shaped it out and I have my 3 layers all neatly cut out. Now I am going to work on getting a conical shape. Okay, I will do that by cutting it right from the edge to the center or middle portion, and then I will fold one side on top of the other. I am okay with the shape now. Yes, I am forming a cone. Okay, so I am going to apply glue and then fix it. So yes, our conical shape is all cut out. We did not use any wooden mold, but we have our petite base formed out. We are now going to work on it. The next thing to do on our conical base is to attach our metal millinery wire to it, and we will do that by measuring the circumference of the cone. This one is about 10 inches, but when I'm cutting the wire, I will cut about 11 inches so that I'll get an excess of it. So measuring it on the wire, measure about 11 inches and then cut. So I'm just shaping my metal wire into a circle, and then afterwards cut just a piece of the paper sellotape and then attach it so that I'll get my circle. So with the paper sellotape, just cut just a piece of it, about an inch. Okay, if it is too long it will protrude, but just cut about 1 inch, attach it to one side of the metal, one end, and then you wrap it while stretching it. The next thing to do is to sew it to the circumference of our cone. You sew it just as I'm about to do. You just sew it with your thread and needle. You can apply glue, but as I've said in the earlier videos, I do not like so much of glue work. It can dirty your work. Just sew it and then you are good to go. And in sewing, you make a knot intermittently such that your work will be secured. So you sew for a while and then you make a knot and then you continue. Now working on our petite, we're going to use about 2 inches of our light pink bias. So I am marking out the 2 inches. You can use a margin marker, okay, so that it wouldn't show. Just fold it along where you have marked and then you cut it afterwards. So just as we did in our previous video, you fold it into two so you get the center or the middle part. Now the length of cut cinnamon, the one we are forming into petite, is about 12 or 13 inches, so it will be enough for our circumference. We fold each side also into two so that you get 4 sides. And then you fold them together again so that you just have what I have here, and then you iron. Whilst it is still warm, fold it quickly into a circle and then you hold it with a pin. Keep it for a while before you start using it. Before you start sewing, remove the pin and then you stretch the spine of your petite. Stretch the spine as I am doing. You realize that when you are done stretching it, you get a circular shape. It is because our base of the fascinator is circular, so we need to stretch the spine so that it comes in a circular form too. Now we need that machine end, okay, that machine end, that is going to be our final part. It is going to overlap where we will start. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to see if I stretched it enough. You can see, so I am doing it again so that it can overlay the circumference well. If you are sure, you can cut any excess, but please do not cut it too much so that you will be sure you have enough. Now look at where I am going to start. It is where my sellotape is, okay, so that the machine end of the petersham or the folded cinnamon can overlay it so that it wouldn't show. So I'm just cutting it and then I will start the sewing. So I have tied a knot at the end of my thread. Now with the sewing, please take note, we just need one fiber or maximum two. Though I am using a matching thread, I don't want my thread to show that much. So I just sew between or over one or two fiber. Now at the back, I hide the thread. You have to hide the thread. You do that by passing it underneath the petersham so that it doesn't show. So you see, I have passed it under the petersham, okay, before I do the next sewing. So when you do that, you realize that when you are done sewing, you wouldn't see any thread showing. This is where most of the work is, sewing the petersham to the base. You see that when you do it well, you have a very neat work. Again, you can apply glue as you wish. Now we are going to work on our bow ties. We are using 4 inches. The last time I was talking about bias, you see the triangular shape that we have there, that is the bias. So the boxes are crossed out. After marking out your 4 inches, you fold over and then you cut it. Those who were with us last week, This step is very familiar. We are going to fold just the tip of our cinnamon. It's going to be twice folding. So this is the first one. You do it the second time and then you iron. After ironing both sides, you again fold it. You fold it as I'm doing, and then you hold it with a pin. So if you are going to do about different colors of bow ties, you do it the same way, or different sizes, you do the same way, and then you fold it, you hold it with a pin, and then you wait after a few minutes. I have 3 of them now, and I also have my thread and needle. I'm going to work on 3 different sizes, 2 of them being deep pink and then 1 baby pink. So I'm forming a bow tie now. I'm just going to shape it the way I want as I'm doing. So it depends on you how big and wide do you want your bow tie. It depends on you or on your client. So you just maneuver your cinnamon. Okay, then as you see, I'm wrapping my thread around it while sewing. As I wrap, I sew. I wrap or tie, I sew. Okay, just to secure it. If you want glue, you can still use glue. I am doing same for the second strand and the third one. Okay, yes, so you just form your bow tie, you sew, and then you add. Okay, add in the second one. So yes, with the baby pink, I'll actually wrap it around and form a spiral at the end. You can decide to form a bow, but I would wrap it and then form a spiral loop afterwards. We are about 3/4 through the way. So the next thing is for me to fix it where I want on my base after sewing. So in sewing, I will position it exactly where the petite ended. Okay, so that you wouldn't see it. I'm going to fix my clip just beneath the bow tie. My clip is quite big, so I have to hide it so that you wouldn't see it. So I'm just applying some glue and then I'll fix it right beneath the bow tie. The clip is fixed now. I'll just curl the light pink cinnamon there. Okay, Because we have already folded it in a circular shape, coiling it is not that difficult. Just coil it the way you want. The petite fascinator is ready. Left with some embellishment. So working on our embellishment, I have 2 different lengths of millinery wire and then our bias. The first one is about 20 inches long and the second one is about 23 inches. Now I'm going to cover both of them with my bias. First you apply the glue like I did, the tip, and then you roll. Please take note that you apply the glue intermittently, okay, just to secure it. Now after rubbing the second one too, I'm joining it. I'm joining the ends, so I apply some glue and then wrap the excess bias around it just to bind the ends together. So now adding the second one, I'm going to bind both of them together with the bias. Now I'm going to place it on the base. You can actually do this part before attaching the clip to it. So I'll apply glue. I just want it to be there. I like the position, so I'll apply some glue, not too much, and then fix it there. Allow the glue to dry off, and then afterwards push your wire to the position you want and then do further embellishment. I'm going to attach small flowers to it, one at the back and then 2 of them in front. Here we are. You can match your petite fascinator with your dress. I hope you enjoyed our class today. See you next time with yours. Bye bye.